Hello everybody, welcome back to one of my videos where I'm going to take a look at this military grade smart power bank and give you my thoughts on the open box review. So over Christmas break here, I saw this ad on Facebook for this power bank that looked like an AR15 magazine, and it actually is copied off of an AR15 magazine. I thought it was pretty cool. They had a little bit of a promotion going on, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. It comes from Outstandards.com if you want to take a look at it online. But it does come packaged really nice and sturdy and safe and everything. In a nice cardboard box, and then your magazine charger comes in this nice foam padding here. We can try to take it out, and I did already charge this up, by the way. Comes with this removable rubber butt plate on there so that you can kind of keep track that this is not a real magazine, and it does cover up your ports there very nicely, try to keep some of the dust out, and it is a little bit waterproof. We'll go over that a little bit later. Comes with this USB-C cable, a Velcro patch that you can stick on to your magazine if you'd like, and then this little skinny manual here. So let's first kind of go over what's on the box here. So this is a lithium polymer battery, 20,000 milliamp hour battery, and 76 watt hours basically. The max output that you can get out of this is 22.5 watts. So for the price, you could probably get a lot better ones out there, but this one seems pretty rugged and it's got that really cool novelty look to it. But the 22.5 watts isn't bad, and it should hopefully give you some rapid charging, but we're gonna check real quick. And then it's water and dust resistance, like I mentioned, IP64 rating. And then you got USB-C, that's an input and output port, so that you can charge it or discharge the power bank with USB-C. Dual USB-A ports. Now, one of them says it's 12 watts, and the other one is a maximum of 22.5 watts. And then this one says simultaneous charging of multiple devices. So you can plug in up to 3 devices on there. Now it's going to probably be a little bit slow though, but it actually is charging. So this is the first power bank built to actual specific precise dimensions of an AR-15 rifle magazine. So that's pretty cool. So, and on the box, it does mention that this is designed to fit in pouches where you typically carry an AR-15 magazine. It also says on the box that this is tough, water resistant, and dust resistant. And obviously the number of charges using a fully charged EDC-MAG will vary based on environmental conditions, device settings, and individual usage. Let's take a look at it some more. So this is black. I guess it also could come in tan as well, but I only saw the black option, which is what I got. So let's put that over here. Let's kind of go over it real quick. Feels really good. Feels like an AR mag. It is heavier. Feels like maybe a loaded 30-rounder mag. Has a sticker on here with all of the specs, so that's nice. I'm probably not going to use this patch, but maybe I will just to, give it some more identifying characteristics that this is actually a power bank. And you got all of the cool writing on here engraved into, or I guess molded into the power bank. Nothing here on top, so no bullets or lumps or anything like that that simulates a cartridge is in there, which I think probably would have been cool if they did, but maybe they also wanted to make sure that, it's empty, there's not a real mag in it, all of that. So let's go ahead and take this off so you can kind of see better under it. So you have a 12 watt output here on this USB-A 2, I would say, and then up to 22.5 watts on this USB-A 0.1 port. And then you got an input output here for USB-C. And then you got this really cool power button here that looks like the cartridge or the primer or base of the rifle casing there. So it says 5.56 by 45 millimeters, and it's actually your power button. So if I push that, you'll see that you have all of these lights. You have 10 LED lights here to kind of show what your battery percentage is at. So if you're at 100%, then you'll have all 10 lights up. 9 should correspond to 90% and so on. Fully loaded and reload here once you get to the bottom. It says that it should be able to charge up your phone 5 to 8 times, and it probably takes about 5 hours to get a full charge. Let's take a look real quick at some things in the manual. So you got different languages here, and it's kind of small print here. And let's see, there's a couple things on here I wanted to mention. And basically, if you wanted to get the fast charging, it says that you need to be using a PD charger, a power drive charger, which I should have right here, and we'll take a look at them. So before we get to all that, let's do one cool thing here. So I have my AR-15, and let's just see if it does fit in there. which it does. So you could theoretically hold it in there, but I'm not going to close the bolt. Obviously you want to do this with the bolt open, but it does not lock in there in place because the magazine catch on the magazine is actually filled in with this rubber pad here. You could probably take that out, which I don't want to. It looks like it's just a sticky rubber pad in there, and then it could lock into your magazine if you'd like to, your magazine well. So now let's take a look and see how these phones charge. So I have an iPhone and an Android, which is a Google Pixel. We will use the actual cables that come from the manufacturer. So this is a USB-C out to a Lightning. We'll test this. I assume it's going to work. It should work. Now the thing is here, it says it is charging, 61% charged. And let's go to settings. I don't know, I'm not a big iPhone fan and know my way around it too well because I'm an Android guy. And do we have a battery setting on here? I believe we do. So let's just type battery real quick, quickly find it. So battery, okay. Doesn't really say anything here about how fast it's charging or what my current is. But for the Android, at least I have an app to do that. It's called AccuBattery, but unfortunately, iPhone doesn't have that app. But anyway, it's charging. It's at 61% right now. Okay, cool. Now this is what I'm more excited about because I can get more data from the Pixel. iPhone probably has an app that can help you out with that information, but I haven't found a good one yet. Okay, so I'm going to open up the AccuBattery app real quick for you guys. Okay, so this app is very neat. It's cool. It can show you battery wear, your battery current, charging speed, all of that stuff, your voltages. So I'm going to plug it into there. And this USB-C should be a fast charger, but I am not sure. We got to wait for it to stabilize a little bit here to kind of get the information. Okay, so here you see the charging current. We're at 13.1 watts, which this cable came with Google, and it goes with a 15-watt charger. So you should be able to get up to that at least and get fast charging. So it's 3,603 milliamps. So that is super fast in my opinion. Voltage 4.062 millivolts. So if I power this off and just look at the home screen, because there's a message there, it says down here at the bottom, charging rapidly. So you do get fast charging with this. I just wasn't able to confirm it with the iPhone because it doesn't give me that specific message. But the main thing is, at least with the Pixel, I can confirm that it does. So if I use the other cable, you're going to get as much speed as you can possibly get for the iPhone as well. Anything else in that app? It says that in order to get to 100%, it's going to take 1 hour and 19 minutes. But I never charge that high. I always stop it at 80%, which looks like it takes about an hour for that. Not too bad, because it is at 31% right now, which is kind of low. It says also that you'll be charging at 42.2% per hour. And then here in blue, it says 1 hour, 12 minutes. It keeps fluctuating to get to 80%. So not too bad, pretty cool. And let's kind of go over the manual real quick that I have online just to show you the specs as well. So the USB-C input is 18 watts max to input that. So you can try to charge it pretty fast if you have a charger that can go up to that speed. I have a 100-watt charger. We'll see when this drains how fast that takes to charge, and it's only going to get 18 watts anyway. The output is 22 watt max on that USB-C, and then the USB-A 3.0, 8.1 should be this one right here, which is the middle one. And that you should get 22.5 watts max out of it. But if you're using both of them, you can only get 22.5 watts maximum from both of those. So you're going to get then individually around 11 watts or so out of each of those ports if you're using them both. So the material here is plastic PA66 material, which is pretty good plastic. We use that also in the industry for other things, in the automotive industry, for example. And charging time, like I mentioned, 5 hours. And intended discharging or charging cycle is 500 times. That kind of worried me, so I did reach out to them about that, and they said that this was only tested up to 500 times. It could go more. They just didn't test beyond that. So I'm thinking, you know, as long as you take care of it, should be pretty good and last pretty long. All right, and then really quick here, what I wanted to show you is this USB-C cable from Outstandards that they provide you. So it's a USB-A on one end and a USB-C on the other end. Now what I don't like about it, since I've already tried it, is that, I'll show you here in a bit, that I can't get it to fit well properly without taking my phone case off. So that's an annoying thing about this. They give you this big, wide, thick housing on this USB-C, kind of very unnecessary, but maybe it's quite cheap for them. But see, if the certain phone case that I have doesn't really allow for that, and I really have to either push it in, or sometimes it won't go in at all if the case isn't perfectly aligned. So be careful about that, about what case you have on it. If not, you're going to just have to take off the case and use it, or just use another one of your cables as well. Also, what's cool is you can kind of see this little loop here on the bottom of this rubber base pad. You could probably hang something on it, put your key ring on it, or a little carabiner on there or something like that to kind of secure it to whatever you're holding it to. But it's always nice to have a few of these power banks lying around. I have a few of them. I travel a lot for work, so on airplanes and things like that, you know, I have what I carry and it does a really good job, but you know, I might start using this too, see what they say. They say that this hasn't gotten any questions or problems by TSA when the manufacturers from Outstandards have taken it on airplanes. That kind of gives me a little bit more confidence to use it. But other than that, what's good about these is that you can use them for anything. I'm probably just going to keep it in my range bag for when I go to the range, you know, when I do competition shooting and stuff, and I'll always have some power to charge up my phones, or also my action cameras that I like to use as well while I'm out shooting. So this will come in great and really handy, especially, you know, 20,000 milliamp hours. That should get you by for a while as well. So there you have it. There's my initial look at this. I think it's pretty neat. Go ahead and pick yourself up one. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. If you like these kinds of videos, go ahead and click like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments or feedback on this, just let me know in the comments section. And if you really don't like this video, just go ahead and click that thumbs down button twice. We'll see you in the next video.